What's up, everybody? I'm Adam. Welcome back to Mustang Nation. And this is my 1999 Ford Mustang GT that I've been doing some modifications here on the channel. And the purpose of today's video is to talk about the first modifications you should make to your 99 to 2004 New Edge Mustang. Now, the New Edge Mustang has a ton of things going for it. It's a relatively lightweight chassis. It's got a torquey V8. And to be honest with you, in my opinion, it stood the test of time 20 years later and still looking really, really good. And best of all, a lot of these modifications, I do have a more specific, detailed video here on the channel. And if I do, I'm gonna put a card right up there that you can click on and watch that video. Most of these modifications will also apply to the V6 cars in addition to just the GTs. So let's get on with the mods. Now, the first modification that I'm gonna talk about can really clean up the front of your New Edge, and that is a fresh set of headlights. Nothing ruins the front of a car like a set of dingy, yellowed, cracking headlights. So luckily, Ford made these headlights super easy to replace just by pulling apart two clips, and you are able to pop these headlights in and out, whether you want them clear side markers, stock look, or tinted. While you're in there, I recommend popping a set of LED headlight bulbs, which are quick and will improve visibility. So let's get on to the next mod. Staying at the front of the car, we're going to take two elements from the 0304 Mach 1, which in my opinion is one of the best looking Mustangs ever. The looks are very reminiscent of the muscle cars from the 60s and 70s. The two modifications that really should have come standard on every New Edge Mustang are the grille insert and the chin spoiler, both taken from the 0304 Mach 1. Now, this open mouth grille replaces the honeycomb grille that came standard on GTs and V6s, and it's a relatively easy install. The worst part is actually removing the bolts from the bottom of the grille mounted to the bumper cover. And this chin spoiler, well, it goes in pretty easily as well, but I think we can agree that the look completely transforms the front of the car, giving it a much more aggressive, even lowered down look. So let's move on to the next modification. This next group of modifications are a little more pricey, but the benefits, they're better exponentially. Now, the Mustang comes with a nice set of wheels and tires. They're 17x8 aluminum wheels, 245/45/17 tires, and they look actually pretty good, especially if you have a set of Bullits or the premium GT wheels. But there's nothing that will quite set off a car like a quality set of wheels and tires. Now, you can either go for what's called a square look, which means wheels and tires at all four corners are the same size, which is really good for tire rotation, or you can do what's called a staggered look, which has wider tires in the rear than in the front. Obviously, you can't rotate your wheels and tires if you go that staggered route, but it does look arguably better. Now, on our car, we went for the staggered look, and we are running gloss graphite SVE NVX wheels from Late Model Restoration, and they are sized 18x9, wearing a set of 265/35/18 Nitto NT 555 G2 tires. And they look really, really good. And to be honest with you, this is one of my favorite modifications on this car, and I do get a ton of compliments on it. So let's go on to the rear. Out back, we have a matching set of gloss graphite NVXs, 18x10 this time, wearing 285/35/18 NT 555 G2s. And I gotta be honest, a nice set of staggered wheels and tires really fills in the fenders of these New Edge Mustangs. And while wheels and tires are a pretty big investment, they can completely change the look of your car. And once you have those wheels and tires on, you're gonna wanna think about suspension. Now, SN95s and New Edge Mustangs in particular are known for having a really high ride height. Some people joke around and call them 4x4s. So you can safely and quite easily drop them up to 2 inches without any bad side effects. For this car, we chose to go with a set of 2001 Mustang Bullitt coil springs, which dropped the car about 3/4 of an inch, a little more than that, and still has a great ride. And that's because I do take this out with the family, and I didn't want it to be slammed down to the ground. But if you wanted to go a little bit lower, you could very easily pick up a set of progressive or specific rate coil springs from somebody like Steeda or H&R or Eibach or Ford Racing. Just make sure you know the spring rates and look at what type of drop they give you before you buy, because you don't want to go too low or regret not going low enough. And while you're in there, consider swapping out a set of shocks and struts, because yours probably have a good amount of mileage on them. On this car, I actually swapped in a set of Takiko Blues, and I really like the way it rides.
The last modification is less about appearance and more about sound. 4.6 Mustangs sound good whether they're 2-valve or 4-valve, but the stock exhaust can really quiet it down. On our car, we run a Bassani X-Pipe with cats and a Mach catback. We went with cats because we have emission testing. And who needs the hassle? And it's your choice whether you want an X-Pipe or an H-Pipe. I like this combination because it sounds great under throttle, but cruising in an overdrive, it's pretty quiet. But take a listen for yourself.
So there you go. Those are our must-do modifications for your New Edge Mustang. And we want to know what you think. Did we miss any? Let us know in the comments section down below. And remember, if we do have a more detailed video on any of these mods, check the card in the corner right there, and please check out those videos for more information. And if you like this video, make sure you subscribe to get all the latest content here on the channel. So we thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.
Bye.